I finally made it to historic, crazy, and hectic, beautiful and exotic Kathmandu, Nepal. I've been wanting to come to Nepal for a really long time, since I was a teenager, in fact. This is my first time visiting this part of the world, and I'm so excited. This is just a short introduction video of my first impressions on what I think and feel of my first visit to Kathmandu, Nepal. Kathmandu is the gateway to the Himalayas. It has always sounded like such an exotic place to visit, and it makes me think of that old Bob Seger song, "If I ever get out of here, I'm going to Kathmandu." So far, judging by my first impressions, I think I'm in for a real treat. I have been in hot or tropical locations for going on 2 years now, and it is so nice to be back in the mountains. Sitting at about 4,600 feet in elevation, Kathmandu has cool mornings, warm days, and very pleasant evenings. After the heat and humidity in Thailand, this feels divine. I flew into Kathmandu from Bangkok, Thailand. It was only about a 3.5-hour flight. I could have gotten my visa beforehand, but I chose to utilize the Visa on Arrival program. For $125 US, I got a 90-day visa. The whole process only took about 20 minutes. I also got a SIM card for my cell phone. For $11 US, I got 84 days of service and 60 gigabytes of data. I also used the prepaid taxi service located inside the airport. For about $6 US, I got a ride to my hotel in the Tamil area. Since then, I have been using the Patan rideshare app. This app works on a cash payment basis and is a very affordable way to get around the city. Everything is different here. The mix of peoples, the food, the architecture, the souvenirs, even the temples. Nepal is the birthplace of Buddha, even though it was part of India at the time. Buddhism only makes up about 9% of the population here, compared to 95% in Thailand. Nepal is 81% Hindu, but most of the temples here are a mix of Buddhist and Hindu. This morning I walked about 25 minutes through the tourist area of Tamil. Now I am in Durbar Square, home of the ancient royal palace and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The architecture in Kathmandu is like nothing else I have ever seen. I just love exploring the city and admiring the beautiful red brick buildings with their intricate wooden carvings. The Kathmandu Durbar Square is an ancient royal complex with temples, courtyards, and an informative museum. Admission is around $7.50 for foreigners. Kathmandu is a big city with about 1 million people in the city and 3 million in the metro area. This old city section is a maze of small streets, shops, people, traffic, motor scooters. It is full on. And I had a pretty easy walk over here this morning, but as the day goes on, the traffic builds and it becomes a hectic but fun experience. Over 1 million tourists a year come here, bringing in over 400 million tourism dollars. Of course, many of those dollars come from the hiking and climbing industry. With 8 of the 10 highest peaks in the world, including Mount Everest, which is just over 29,000 feet. We're a little late in the season to do any trekking as the rainy season is about to start, but we may get one in. If not, we'll definitely be back next year because trekking in the Himalayas is right at the top of my bucket list. Nepal is still rebuilding after the 7.9 earthquake that hit back in 2015. Many historic temples were destroyed or damaged, and some mountain villages were completely wiped out along with their inhabitants. Kathmandu is still working on repairing temples and buildings. Around the city, I have already seen many temples that are still under reconstruction. More than 600,000 homes were destroyed, and tragically over 9,000 people lost their lives. The brick buildings here, not reinforced, were no match for the shaking that took place. The Himalayan region is known for frequent and strong seismic activity. And while it is impossible to prevent earthquakes, Nepal is working very hard to enforce stricter building codes. But walking around, I see many tall, narrow buildings that look to be made only of a brick and a little mortar. Hopefully there will not be another natural disaster anytime soon. Kathmandu is known for its poor air quality. It was pretty clear the day that I got here, but it's pretty bad today. The city sees about 10,000 premature deaths a year due to the air quality, and the life expectancy here is 4 years lower than in the rest of the country. The air pollution here is mainly due to vehicle emissions and fires that fuel the brick kiln industry. Its location in the Kathmandu Valley means the smog and pollution get trapped between the mountains, and there is not enough wind to disperse the pollutants. Pollution also makes its way up from India and is trapped by the massive wall of the Himalayan mountains. In 2020, the government unveiled a pollution action plan to drastically reduce vehicle emissions. This includes swapping out older vehicles for new electric ones. Other than buses, the majority of cars on the roads here seem fairly new and are small, so hopefully things will be improving as the plan is further implemented. Nepal is a developing country, and Kathmandu can seem a little crazy at times, but it is beautiful and it is exotic. The pollution can be unpleasant sometimes, but do not let that discourage you from visiting. So my first impressions of Kathmandu, I love it here. And I'm so excited because I have a little over 2 months to explore the rest of Nepal. So if you're from Nepal or you have visited here before, leave a comment and let me know what I need to see and where I need to go. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe because there is so much more to come.